What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy Marlon. We are back at it again with another edition of the show. So if this is your first time watching, don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button. Turn on that post notification bell so you never miss out on the daily updates that we have in the land of PlayStation and Xbox. If that's something that intrigues you, then this is the place for you. Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. And we definitely do have a major topic of discussion to go over and discuss. Actually, two major topics that we're going to be diving in deep into today. And we're also going to be talking about what we can expect from Sony this year, because there has been a huge debate that's been going around, and it is with the lineup of games. Okay, the lineup of games from Microsoft and the lineup of games from Sony. Okay, and we know what happened last year when it comes down to the actual PlayStation 5, considering Sony did not have a strong presence when it comes to first party. And so with that being said, we're going to be talking about what everyone in the industry, some of the higher ups in the industry, are talking about right now. So this is very, very important that we discuss this, because, hey man, Sony has to bring it this year. It is what it is. There's a lot of games. There's a lot of studios that Sony have right now. We know that there are some games that are due to be shown, and so we're going to be talking about that. But Microsoft, I think, is in a very, very good position, probably stronger than ever. And so Microsoft is not to be slept on this year. So that is very apparent, and it's really highlighting a lot of the things that we talked about on this channel. And so we're going to be digging into that. Also, we have a version 2 of the Dualsense, and it's crazy because Sony likes to be quiet. And I think that's one of the biggest problems is that, you know, they're very quiet. They don't like to talk as much. So stuff leaks out, you know, and then there you go. That's how we find out about a lot of things, unfortunately. So we're going to talk about this version 2 because I foresaw this happening. This, you know, aligns up with a lot of the things that we've been hearing pertaining to the patents and stuff. With the bigger battery or longer lasting battery, touchpad, something to go in line with the PlayStation 5 Pro, which that's one of the key discussions today that we're going to be digging into. Also, we're going to be talking about Prince of Persia. Yes, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is actually reviewing very well and doing pretty well right now. And for those of you who haven't tried out the demo or anything like that, the demo is available right now, so you can go ahead and dive into the actual demo. But yeah, it's getting some really good review scores. Some people are like one of the best games of this year so far, if not the best game of the year so far. And so yeah, yeah, this is good. This is good. So, and you know, and the crazy part is we've been waiting for a solid Prince of Persia game over 10 years, right? So here we are. It's really good to see the game reviewing very well, and the sky's the limit, because considering, I think Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time, I think it got delayed, and I think they're still working on it and things of that nature. So we don't necessarily know how development is going with that particular game. So, oh boy, we got some stuff to talk about, guys. So let's dive right off into it. But before we start off today, I need you guys to hit the like button for me, share the stream. Let me go ahead and start the poll right now, because this is a major discussion, and we just have to talk about it. We have to talk about it, because if we are seeing a shift here from Microsoft when it comes to their lineup of games, I mean, they're not playing around anymore. They got Call of Duty this time around. Like, this is crazy, you know, even though Call of Duty is on everything, right? But still, it's still first party. It still adds to their first party. So a lot of people are just like, okay, what's going on with Sony, right? So we're going to dig into that because we have to talk about this. And I think Sony know about this and should have something to say about this very, very, very soon, or have some type of answer to this very, very soon. Because yes, there's a lot of second party stuff that is coming out for the PS5, and that's fine and all. But I think the biggest debate and the biggest question that a lot of people have is, where are the first party games, right? Coming into 2024, Microsoft is starting off with their Xbox Direct, right? And so a lot of people are like, okay, well, they're starting off with their Xbox Direct. That is nice, right? The developer showcase, we get to see these games and we get release dates. Sometimes they shadow drop stuff. There's a rumor going around that they're going to be shadow dropping something. But let me say this. It will be nice to get that from Sony, right? It will be nice to get some sort of developer direct from Sony, and we can get a deep dive into a lot of these games that is in development right now or is getting ready to come out, especially the ones that are getting ready to come out. You see? So it's one of those things when this is why I give Microsoft their flowers for certain things, because it's like, okay, Microsoft is doing it, right? Microsoft announces a lot of games before they're even ready, right? And then, you know, give us developer updates on them, which is really, really good. Now, granted, a lot of times they announce the games too soon, and then gameplay is not ready anytime soon, and then all we're stuck with is just a CGI trailer. Obviously, Sony, same thing. Most of the times, sometimes we do get gameplay, right? But I think the biggest thing here that we have to look at is Microsoft being aggressive out the gate with a developer showcase on January 18th. Sony, we have nothing but just rumors, right? And so I think that should change coming into a new year. I feel like Sony should kind of bend the bow a little bit. I think Sony started that before Microsoft with the whole state of play situation, where they were giving us, you know, gameplay on games that are not out yet, right? I remember Ghost of Tsushima, we had a dedicated state of play for Ghost of Tsushima. Last of Us Part 2, we had a dedicated state of play for Last of Us Part 2. Stuff like that before, like months, a year before it comes out, that would be nice. That would be nice. You see what I'm saying? Like, and Marlon, why are you saying this? I'm saying this because it builds hype and it builds excitement and it builds brand awareness, and it also triggers people to buy into your product. You see what I'm saying? Like, we know that Sony don't have any issues or problems selling PS5s. That PS5s are selling like hotcakes. PS5s are selling like cold ice water on a sunny day. We understand that. We know that, right? But at the same time, just my opinion, you don't have to rock with my opinion, just my opinion, I just feel like Sony needs that brand awareness when it comes to the games. Like, we need to be aware of how the game is progressing, you know, how the game looks, how the game plays, because there are gamers out there, there are consumers out there that wants to buy a PlayStation 5, but they're holding off. There's always going to be exceptions to the rule, right? But what I'm saying is, you're going to have those gamers out there that are going to be holding off, and they're just like, you know what? I'm not buying a PS5 right now. I'm just going to wait until I see the games. And if Sony is stuck in their old freaking ways, old Japanese, you know, early 90s, mid 90s ways, then I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I'm just saying, there's so many games that are coming out, and I would really like to see, well, how is Ghost of Tsushima, right? Can we get a taste? You know, that would be so freaking nice. I can't be the only one that feels that way. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys that are PlayStation fans feel the same way about Team Blue. You do. You see what I'm saying? Not only that, Okay, for instance, Concord. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Nah, we gotta wait on a PS5 showcase. You know, we gotta wait till XYZ time to see it. Like, if it's coming out, you see what I'm saying? If it's coming out in 2024, can we get something on that game? We don't even know what Concord is about. Is it really coming out in 2025? I mean, 2024? Is it really coming out in 2024? Is it? Why can't we see something on the game? I don't know. But once again, Microsoft having the edge in terms of that. And, you know, it's a good thing. It's an amazing thing to see Microsoft in the position that they're in, considering where they were coming from back in the Xbox One generation, back in the 2013 saga of time, right? And how they have transformed. Obviously, I'm not for the consolidation or whatever the case may be, them buying up every freaking thing and all that. But at the same time, it's like, okay, they have to, Sony has put them in a position where they have to buy. They have to consolidate, right? They have to buy. They have to buy because their first party games are just not strong enough. So Sony forced their hand because, well, Sony have all the exclusives, have all the good exclusive games. Now, one would say, well, it's Microsoft's fault because a lot of the studios and a lot of the games that Sony have first party, Microsoft could have. For instance, Insomniac Games, they could have bought Insomniac Games. So you remember the whole Sunset Overdrive situation? Nah, we don't need that. Nah, we don't have faith in that. So you know what, Insomniac, go about your business, right? But at the same time and time again, we have seen Microsoft reject deals and reject certain studios because they feel like the vision of that particular studio or the games that they're developing or said game does not line up with their plans or what they're wanting for their audience or for their ecosystem. Rightfully so, right? Like you guys say all the time, it's business. And rightfully so, it is business, as always and forever be about business and money. But you got to always remember, it's also about the fans. What about the fans? Right? What about the fans? Because we are the core part of these companies. We're the reason why they're in business, making all these billions and millions of freaking dollars because of us. Right? So at the end of the day, it's like, well, dang. If you look at the lineup of games that are dropping this year from Microsoft, man, wow. Okay? You're like, holy freaking cow. Okay. And you look at Sony and you're like, okay, well, not a lot of first party. We don't even have a clear roadmap on first party. We don't. We only have 2. That's a problem. That is a problem, right? So Sony, after that PS5 showcase last year, they know what they have to do. And I see the discussion happening around the gaming industry right now. Everybody is talking about this. Everybody's been talking about it since Spider-Man. And you know, speaking of Spider-Man, there's a lot of fake gamers out there, you know. And the reason why I say that, because it's like when Spider-Man was popping in terms of press, in terms of hype, and in terms of the release, leading up to the release of the game. Oh my God, Spider-Man 2, game of the year. Oh, this, blah, blah, blah. Game of the generation, blah, blah. Similar with Starfield. Now that the dust has settled with Spider-Man, right? Now the dust has settled, it's Spider-Man, I'm seeing some of the same people that was hyping up Spider-Man. It's okay. It wasn't even really all that. Wow. Right? So for them, it's zero. Sony didn't deliver last year. It's zero. What is Sony doing this year? Oh, they showed us a CGI trailer for a game that's coming out this year. No freaking gameplay. And it's coming out this year. Oh, they're not better than Microsoft, right? Because people get mad at Microsoft for showing CGI trailer. Here comes Sony showing CGI trailer for a game with no freaking gameplay that's coming out in 2024. And they just gave us one measly game, which is Spider-Man 2, right? Bugman 2. Right? That's what everybody is saying. Oh, Bugman 2. Oh, Spider-Man wasn't even all that good. Spider-Man wasn't really what I was really expecting it to be. But weren't you the same one that was hyping up this game and saying, oh my God, it's the best game ever. You know, I've finished playing it and man, it blows my mind. This is why I always say this is with every single game. Now everybody is pointing their attention towards Hellblade. Oh, Lord, Hellblade better deliver. So much pressure is being put on Hellblade. And then wait till the game comes out. I know this industry like a book. I know this industry like a book. I've been doing this way too long, bro. Way too long I've been doing this. I know this industry altogether. They're going to sit there, hype up Hellblade. Now Hellblade... Poor Hellblade. Hellblade is on a high pedestal now. Oh, it's the game that's going to show you what the Series X can do. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Hellblade this, Hellblade that. And as soon as Hellblade 2 drops, here comes the vampires. Here comes the freaking vampires. They're going to pull the living life out of Hellblade 2. Oh, look at this. Too much puzzles again. Oh, they're going to be nitpicking on every single thing with Hellblade. They're going to rip it apart. You know, oh, man, this, oh, man, that. And then 2 months, 3 months, 4 months later, oh, Hellblade, who? What are you talking about? Oh, man, that game wasn't even really all that. Man, I don't want to hear it, bro. Bunch of fakers up in here. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to hype something up, stay on that hype. Regardless if it's stale or not. Stay on that hype. Stay on course with what you say. You see what I'm saying? That's why you can't take nobody's word as bond, bro. Nobody you can take as bond because they say one thing, just like these companies, and then they go back on their freaking word. And then people protect them and defend them to the fullest of the earth. Doesn't matter if you have an opinion. Forget your opinion, right? You keep it real with people. And it's like, people don't want to hear real. See what I'm saying? You notice when people be fake or blend in with what society wants them to do, those are the people that shines. I hope you know that. It's always the people that is at the top, right? Puppets, always at the top. But the people that keeps it real, the people that's like, listen, man, I'm a lone wolf. You know, I do my thing. I speak my mind. I tell you how it is. Cut and dry. I expose everything. Those are the type of people that don't get their flowers. Those are the type of people that is not in the limelight like that. For a reason. It's for a reason. That's just the way it is. People love when you be fake. They love when you don't keep it real. You see what I'm saying? And if you keep it real, oh, you're just hating. Oh, you just this. Oh, you just that. Oh, you being negative. You being negative for keeping it real. You being negative for having an opinion about a game or being negative about said company. Things that you want to change. Things that you're calling out for the better. It's a problem. So it's like you can't even speak your freaking mind. If you ain't doing what Tom and Peter and Paul is doing and Sabrina and Paula and Sharonda is doing, it's a problem. Don't even know if y'all realize what I'm saying, but that's facts. You could take it to the bank and you can cash it. Same thing with the PS5 Pro situation, which we're going to be talking about. Oh, yeah, we don't need a PS5 Pro. I'm not going to buy a PS5 Pro. Right? What do? We backdoor. Soon as Sony reveals the PS5 Pro, we backdoor. Oh, shoot. Man, you know what? You're one of the ones that was advocating Nah, we don't need a PS5 Pro. PS5 Pro don't make no sense, right? Then you backdoor and buy one. It's like, make that make sense, right? You know, oh, Sony this, Sony that, and then you turn around and buy one. I think almost everybody is guilty of that, right? But at the same time, you have a right as a consumer to call things out as you see fit. Just like with Spider-Man 2. I gave my opinion on Spider-Man 2. I said what I said, and I stand firm on what I said. You see what I'm saying? My experience with Spider-Man 2, man, amazing. I'm still standing firm on that, right? And at the same time, I've said this 1,000 times over and over again. Sony could have done way better last year, for sure, right? Some people can agree, some people will disagree. Microsoft, on the other hand, well, they gave us Starfield, they gave us Redfall, right? And obviously, like I said, Redfall was not my cup of tea. It was a buggy, glitchy mess. Starfield, okay game. I'm standing firm on what I said. It's an okay game. It ain't my game of the generation. It ain't the game of the millennium. It ain't the best game ever made. No, it's not. It's an okay game. I'm standing firm on that. It's not a terrible game. Yeah, in the very beginning, before the patches and stuff, it was a buggy, glitchy, freaking mess, right? But Starfield has been done and over with now. Nobody really talks about Starfield like that. That's just the way it is. Now we're on to the next thing. Guys, I say all this to say this. This is crazy. It's crazy. If Microsoft has a better lineup of games than Sony, or Sony have the better lineup of games, so let it be. It should not be a big deal. So let it be. And that is what it's going to be. Now, granted, that's all opinions, right? You might have a different opinion than somebody else, or you might think differently because, well, look at these games, Marlon, and look how these games stand up against what Microsoft is offering. But I tell you one thing, I think Microsoft is starting to wake up and realize that, listen, bro, it's about the quality, right? It's about learning from your mistakes, working smarter, not harder, right? You have to work smarter and not harder, because here's the problem. If you work harder, that's going to be a freaking problem, because you cannot sit there and tell me it's okay for you to put out a broken piece of game and then, oh, no, it's okay. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. Every game is going to have bugs and glitches here and there. But when you putting it out and it's almost unplayable, that's a freaking problem. Looking like PS2, PS3, that's a freaking problem. You have to up, bro, this is 2024. Ain't no going back. This is 2024. We got to keep our foot on the gas. Sony as well. I'm pretty sure Sony learned their lesson from Spider-Man 2. Like, listen, we can't put stuff like this out. You see what I'm saying? We got to make sure there's little to no bugs at all. Right? Because this, what's the whole point of you having quality assurance people? You see what I'm saying? What's the whole point of you sit there having people to make sure that the game is properly tested, right? Before it's being put out there. Because we're spending our money on it. This stuff ain't for free. We spending our money on this. You can say Game Pass all you want. Same exact thing. You are spending your money on Game Pass. So you need to demand better. Now, I tell you guys, and I'm going to say it again, from 2 streams ago, I've been excited about Indiana Jones. I'm excited about Hellblade 2. I've been excited about Hellblade 2 since day one. Go look it up on my show. Go look it up on my channel. If you think I'm lying, go look it up. We have over 1,000 episodes of the show. So go look it up. And you will see, type in Hellblade and you'll see my reaction to Hellblade 2 and the things that I've been saying. right? Indiana Jones, I said, I need to see game freaking play. And the quality, if the quality is A1, all right, if the quality is blowing me away in terms of the gameplay and it has some substance, count me in. This is why I'm saying I need Microsoft to be in the mix, because I know they can do it. But when I see nonsense, I'm going to call it out. And I'm going to be like, what are you doing? Like, what is this? Why are you doing this? You see what I'm saying? And I don't care what none of y'all say. I feel like Microsoft didn't have to buy Bethesda. They did not have to buy Activision to compete with Sony. I don't care what none of y'all say. Microsoft could have went by with the studios, first party studios that they had, and acquire more studios. Okay, not publishers, studios. Okay, get a couple games here and there, whatever I still believe that to this day, pound for pound, yes, Sony could have all the exclusive, second party, third party, whatever the case may be, right? But at the same time, I felt like if Microsoft would have, you don't have to follow me, you don't have to agree with me, I could be going down on this road by my freaking self. But hear me out when I say this. Microsoft could have competed without buying any freaking publisher. All Microsoft had to do was double down, buckle down on the games. Make sure that the games are managed correctly. Make sure that the quality of the games are what they're supposed to be and industry standard, right? Make sure that these stories that are being told, I don't give a doggone. You have trillions of dollars in the bank. I don't even have a fraction. I don't even have a dot nor an ant comparing to the money they have. So you can't tell me you can't hire writers. You can't hire the right people for the job. Yes, you freaking can. But no, you want to take over the world, right, Pinky? Right, Brain? Yeah, you do. No. You want to take over the world, right? And that's fine. You want to take over the world. That's fine. That's fine, because you want everybody to be playing your games. You have a whole different vision, a whole different mindset, whatever the case may be, a whole different plan, strategically speaking. That's fine. You want everybody to experience your games everywhere, on any screen, wherever your ecosystem is. That's fine. But what I'm saying is Microsoft could have competed with Sony without acquiring anybody. So, before we get started, I just want to say this, and I'm going to lay it right here. We're going to see what happens this generation, okay? Because we're seeing a shift right now. Some of the stuff that we need confirmation on right now to see what's going to happen, to see what Microsoft is planning, what Sony is planning. But we're going to see. We're going to see what ends up happening. Because I'm telling you, Microsoft could very well overtake this generation if they're smart about it. If they have a plan beyond the plan that they have currently right now. You have to think 2 steps ahead of your competitor, or else you finito. At that point, you're done at that point, because at the end of the day, it's like, okay, don't think that Sony ain't planning, and don't think that Sony is trying to be 10 steps ahead of you. So you always got to be planning, have another plan in motion. Yeah, we know the grand scheme of things and the plans that are being thought of and put out there to the public, but behind closed doors, behind those investors meeting, those board meetings, we don't know. We don't know. Only thing we can do is assume and go off of rumors and speculations. But I'm gonna say this: Sony know what they need to do, If Sony is trying to sell over 100 million PS5, Sony, you know what you need to do? You can't just be going into a new freaking year, and not have strong lineup of first party games. You can't just go into a whole calendar year with just one. No, sir. No freaking sir. No, sir. I don't care how many second party games you have. I don't care how many third party games you have. No freaking sir. First party will always and forever be bread and butter. How many studios Sony got? What, 22, 23 or something like that? Really? We need to see the Sony from 2021. I don't care what none of y'all say. We need to see that Sony again. We need to see 2022 and 2022 and 2021 Sony. I don't care what none of y'all say. Sony have been carrying this industry with their exclusives. A lot of Xbox fans will agree that Sony have been carrying, right, with their AAA blockbuster titles. And some people will say, well, oh, Sony dropped the ball because they feel like they ain't got no competition. Oh, really? Well, look at Microsoft now. Look at the lineup of games now that they have. Look at what's getting ready to be shown on January 18th. Does it look like Microsoft is playing around? I don't think so. I don't think so. I've always been hard on Microsoft. You know why? Because I want to get back to the Xbox 360. I want to get back to that mindset. I want that Xbox back. I want that Microsoft back. It's not going to happen. I'm hard on them because I want them to do better. I don't want them to keep on putting out bull crap like Redfall, trash, garbage freaking Redfall. I don't want to see that. Unplayable garbage, PS2, PS3 looking garbage. Don't want to see that. At least Starfield was a little bit better than freaking Redfall. I don't want to see that. I know y'all can do better. Y'all have the resources. I'm sick and tired of people making up excuses for these trillion-dollar corporations. You got all the money, all the resources, all the technology. Hire the right people to do the job. I'm tired of y'all making excuses for these companies. If Sony can do it, yo behind can do it. Tired of people making excuses for these companies. Sony don't even have an ounce or even a fraction of the money that Microsoft have. But yet still Sony can outdo them to the punch with the quality of their games. Are you insane in your brains? Are you insane? Why is Sony always the one and Nintendo? Why is Nintendo? Is Nintendo smarter than Microsoft? Is Sony smarter than Microsoft? Really? I don't think so. I'm sick and tired of people making excuses. Stop making excuses for these companies. When you know they can do better. You know they can do. If Sony can do it, Microsoft can do it. And a lot of y'all know my frustration with Microsoft. I don't care what none of y'all say. I don't care. Because the truth is the freaking truth. You call it like it is. You call it like how you see it. I don't care what y'all say. I know Microsoft can do better. And I will forever put my foot down on Microsoft until I see results. I'm sick and tired of people coming to me. Oh man, what's the point of having a Series X? What's the whole point of having a Series X when there's barely any freaking games to utilize the Series X? Microsoft, can you get back into the 360 mindset when you were making exclusive games that was utilizing the box? They utilized the 360. The games that they were dropping, oh my God. The original Gears. I remember I had nightmares the first time I saw that trailer. Me and my brother, we had nightmares looking at that trailer because that crap looked so freaking real. And I was like, wow, that's crazy, right? And it was actual gameplay. I ain't talking about no CGI bullcrap. I'm actually talking about gameplay. So I know what Microsoft can do. I'm sick and tired of y'all making excuses. Stop making excuses for these companies and call them out so they can do better. If they do better, we all win. We all eat. See what I'm saying? I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of it. We all need to demand better. We all need to call stuff out, because if we don't call stuff out and act like every little thing, yes, boy, to every yes, 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 everything, yes, 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 yes. And oh, just brush it under the rug. It's okay. You know how pissed off I was? What was that game called again? The game that got canceled years ago for Xbox One. What was that game called again? Let's see if I can remember it. It was a Platinum Games game. Golly, what's that name of that game called? I met the voice actor for the game. What was that game? Scalebound. I knew it was going to come back to me. Scalebound. I was so freaking pissed because I saw the potential in that game. And man, listen, bro. Y'all better stop playing, bro. Y'all better stop playing. Y'all better realize and recognize. Listen, bro. We in year 4. I'm tired of the excuses. I'm exhausted with this bull crap. I really am. And it seems as though Microsoft is smelling the coffee right now. Sony, you know what you need to do. You know that you know the game. You see what I'm saying? You've been on the block since day one. Since day one, before Microsoft even got into console business. You've been on the block. So you know what you need to do. Microsoft, keep doing what you're doing. You got the games coming, but you got to make sure. You better make sure when I see Avowed looks way better than what I saw the last time, because what I saw the last time is not ready for prime time. Does not look next generation to me. Does not look like it's pushing the box, the Series X. I don't care about the S. I'm not a casual gamer. See what I'm saying? So I don't care about the S. I'm a hardcore gamer. I need to see results. That's what I need to see. And this is the year for it, because we have titans like Hellblade 2 that looks amazing, right? But at the same time, quote unquote, they said it's running on the last gameplay that we had on the game. The gameplay trailer that was dropped at the VGAs was supposedly running on the Series X. Okay. That I need results. This is year 4. Ain't no holding back. Forget holding back. It's time to push forward. It's time to keep your foot on the throttle. Let's get into this, man. Alfred Parker, thank you so much for being a member, keeping our member train going. All right, keeping our member train going. So we need about 79 more. So we are at 79 more members on the day. 79 more members. That's insane. So we need 79 more members to go. Thank you so much. Make sure you go to the community tab where you'll find access to all your perks. Thank you so much. Let me see. Somebody else said something. Hold on. Let me see something here. Yo, Alfred with the gifted sub. Thank you so much for the gifted sub. So yeah, that's actually, yeah, 78. So that's 78 on the day. 78 right there. Thank you, Alfred, for the gifted sub. My man became a member and gifted the sub. So yo, big ups to Alfred, man. Yes, sir. All right. You know, let me say this. I pour my heart and my soul into this channel. I pour my heart and my soul into my shows. These shows take a lot of energy. These shows take a lot of time. Okay? And there are some things that I've gotten wrong. There are some things I've gotten right. So is everybody else. But at the end of the day, I'm passionate about what I do here. I'm passionate about video games. And that's what caused me to do my channel in the first place. And you know, you're gonna have people saying this and you're gonna have people saying that, but regardless of it all, the truth is the truth. And I'm sick and tired of Sony carrying the industry. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of Sony winning generations after generations. I'm tired of it. Like Microsoft, I know you can do it. I know you can do it. Like you hear rumors of they going third party. You hear rumors of, oh, they're the new Sega, right? you hear rumors of Microsoft ain't the same, right? First time you used to hear, oh, Microsoft got 0 games. They ain't got no games. You can't say that no more. You can't say that no more. Microsoft got the games. They just got to deliver. See what I'm saying? You got to deliver the goods. Put out something solid. Do I believe they can do that? Yes, they can. But sometimes I feel like they just don't care. It's like, where's the Microsoft that used to freaking care about the console gamer? Nah, because they got so much branches on their tree, they don't have time for every single branch. They don't. So certain things are just going to get left. Certain things are just going to slip through the crack. Like, that's just the way it is. And you guys know me already. You guys know how I get down. All right, man. Let's dig into the meat and potatoes of the show today. Let's talk about this PS5 Pro situation. And this is something that I want to talk about and bring to y'all attention, because I feel like Sony knows that they have to come big this year. They know that they have to come big. They got to do something big this year. And it's a possibility that we could be getting 2 separate events, 2 separate main events from Sony, besides the typical state of play and PS5 showcase. And for the events, meaning showcases, right? Now, I don't know if y'all remember, but in 2017, Sony dropped a showcase video, okay, for the PS4 Pro. Don't know if you guys remember that. And it went in detail about the PS4 Pro. That's why a lot of people were so upset about when Sony dropped the PS5 Slim. And then it's like, bro, you didn't even make a video going in depth, letting us know about how to take off the face plates. We had to learn that from like YouTubers and stuff, and like, you know, even learning more about the PS5 Slim. Like, you didn't do a dedicated video. The reason why I'm talking about this is because, well, it didn't get revealed at CES, right? So therefore, I do believe that Sony could be sticking to what they have done before, especially with the PS4 Pro, giving us a video showcase on a full breakdown pertaining to what the PS5 Pro is all about. Now, if this upscaling technology is a thing to go off of, I'm expecting them to give us a video just like the PS4 Pro video back in 2017, going in depth on that tech. Sony, if you're watching this, you know what I'm talking about. Going in depth on this tech, letting us know the differences, what is going to be different from, you know, the base PS5 versus the PS5 Pro, right? Because that video right there, or that showcase that you're going to be doing, that's going to increase the sale of the actual box versus you just drop in the box and we don't really know fully anything about it, which I don't think they're going to do anything like that, because I think the PS5 Slim was more of the, it is more of the same. There's nothing new about the PS5 Slim other than it's smaller, and then you have the 4 different 4 different faceplates on it, right? And then there's a couple things here and there on it. But other than that, it's not a huge difference in terms of performance, in terms of anything else, right? Hardware wise. So PS5 Pro, I'm expecting them sometime this year. Please, Sony, learn from your mistake, what you did with the PS5 Slim. Go in depth so that we know, okay. And now I'm seeing people saying God of War Ragnarok, for instance. Right? I think that they should use that particular game because according to the patents, apparently God of War Ragnarok is one of those games that have the built-in upscale tech, the built-in up-res technology, like the DLSS technology to actually, you know, to up-res everything and make everything look even better. But because of the limitations of the PS5 and the PS4, then, you know, obviously we can't get that. So I'm expecting them to actually have games like God of War Ragnarok and whatever other games that they have that are going to be showing that has this ability built into it, that have this technology built into it. I'm hoping that they give us that. You see what I'm saying? So we'll see. We'll see. But I will tell you guys this right now. This is a situation where we have to come to some sort of crossroads with, because honestly, bro, yeah, they can put it on the PlayStation blog, right? And say, okay, well, PS5 Pro this, PS5 Pro that. Okay, that's cool. But at the same time, we need you guys to be more in depth. We need you guys to be more in depth. And I think that will kind of create less confusion in terms of where do we need to be at in terms of what's next, because we're going to probably see some games that are going to be released this year. I do believe there's some surprises behind the PS5 Pro in terms of how they're going to market it, what type of games they're going to release with the PS5 Pro, right? Or existing games, right? That are currently already out. The base PS5 games that are currently already out. Can we put these games inside of the PS5 Pro and get even better resolution, better frame rates, things of that nature? That's what you guys have to sell us on right now. So I wanted to clarify that, because I'm starting to see a lot of people in the industry that are preparing for this announcement. They're preparing themselves for it. We know it's coming, but I want Sony to do this the right way. Now, obviously, there are a lot of things that we don't know about in terms of games, right? And it will be awesome to see Sony come out and really dial in terms of communicating with us regarding this new system. Now, I don't know. It might be in September, like they say. It might be, you know, in the summertime, June for all I know. Who knows? But we know it's coming. Or maybe Sony might change their mind. They might, because you can never predict Sony. They might push it all the way to 2025. Because, oh, GTA 6 is coming out then. So we probably just going to use GTA 6 as a baseline to sell the PS5 Pro, which they don't necessarily have to do that. But the whole point of this topic is do the same thing that you have done with the PS4 Pro. Give us a dedicated video showcase, going in depth, letting us know the differences between the base PS5 and the PS5 Pro, and show us the result. Because PS4 Pro back then, they had so many different things. Fine-tuned rendering, talking about, you know, the performance differences, talking about the resolution differences, the color, the contrast differences, and things of that nature. The mechanics of the games, like how the mechanics of the games are different from the base console, you know, in terms of mechanics. Not just so slipping on, you know, remasters and all this type of stuff, because remasters a lot of time it's a remaster, right? You know, they're not going to sit there and redo animations, redo assets, redo environment and all this type of stuff. It's the same thing. It's just, hey, this got up-res, that didn't get up-res. Everything kind of looks generally the same. You kind of feel what I'm saying? Versus a remake, it's just like, it's a whole different ball game. It's a whole new thing now. Same game, but assets and graphics and polygon and character models have been redone from the ground up. So we want to know what is going to differentiate us to buy the PS5 Pro over the base PS5, because I feel like this year is very critical, very, very critical. We're starting to see a lot of games from third-party publishers that are coming out that are locked at 30 frames on these machines that we currently do have right now. And it seems like it's just like these consoles are just limited, which I don't believe. I really just don't freaking believe. But obviously I'm not a dev, so I don't know. But I just feel like a lot of these developers, they just don't want to push themselves. They just don't want to give us more, right? And try to utilize the technology further, a bit further, be more aggressive. You see what I'm saying? Be more hungry. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I don't know, this lackadaisical mindset. So Sony, use this to your advantage. And I think that will definitely give them the edge in terms of the competition going into 2026, because apparently in 2026 is when Microsoft is going to be releasing its next Xbox, right? So again, just wanted to touch upon this because I'm like, well, June is not far off. Are they going to release the PS5 Pro, do a reveal for the PS5 Pro in June? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Let me know y'all thoughts in the actual comment section. All right, let's go ahead and let's move on. Let's talk about the Dualsense. Okay. Now, this is something that we saw coming. We knew this was coming. We knew that we was going to get some sort of, you know, new Dualsense controller, this, that, yada, yada, yada. We knew it was coming. We didn't know if it was going to get revealed with the PS5 Pro, or which I kind of thought that that was going to be the case. But yeah, so it was just kind of like, well, is this happening for real or not? You see what I'm saying? Like, are we getting this? But nevertheless, so we have Best Buy Canada. We have Best Buy Canada have seemingly leaked the upgraded PS5 Dualsense controller. So it says Best Buy's Canada website appears to have leaked an upgraded version of the PS5's Dualsense controller. Now, it's titled Dualsense V2, so version 2. The controller's listing boosts a, obviously, extended battery life. So it boosted battery life, all right? And it comes with some minor differences in weight and dimensions. So that's it. You got a boosted battery life. So the battery life is obviously better, and there's some minor differences in terms of weight and dimensions. Now, Sony has made no mention of the upgraded PS5 controller yet, but Best Buy Canada. So if you live in Canada, yeah, then you probably know what I'm talking about. And it's already sold out, apparently. So there's that. Now, the exceptional 12-hour battery life on a full charge supports a long gaming session, reads the description of the DualSense version 2. So apparently the battery life is 12 hours, okay? And a charging station is included that offers a quick click in charging. The upgraded controller also weighs less than the original. Interesting. So the base DualSense weighs about 360 grams. And then the version 2 DualSense weighs about 280 grams. So there you guys go on that one. Now, in terms of different dimensions like width, you have 6.99 centimeter versus 6.6 centimeter on the actual width. And then you have 19 centimeter on the height and 16 centimeter on the version 2. So there is that one right there for you guys. And let me know y'all thoughts in the actual comment section, because it's interesting that Best Buy's listing suggests that the DualSense version 2 is the same price as the original DualSense. So that is interesting. So they're listing it as the same price as the original DualSense. So that will be awesome. We still pay what, 75, 79 bucks for the controllers that we have now. So it'd be interesting to see if that is really the case, because that would be nice if we get the version 2 controller and it's the same friggin' price. That would be nice pro consumer move. All right. So let's move on to something a bit more spicy. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the share button. If you have any questions during the show or anything like that, feel free to super chat, because it definitely does help out our show. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's talk about what the talk of the town is. All right, now that's Xbox lineup of games for 2024. Now this is crazy because, man, For the first time in a long time, a lot of people are saying Microsoft have the edge in terms of lineup of games in a calendar year over Sony. Now, all we got in terms of first party is Concord. Okay? From Firewalk. All right? And then we have Helldivers 2, which is a Sony studio. Arrowhead is a Sony studio right now. So all we got from Sony is 2 first-party games. That's it. That's it. The rest is second and third. That's it. And really and truly, a lot of people are just saying Concord because they don't think Helldivers is really anything. And a lot of people are like, this is a freaking problem. Whereas Microsoft, you got Hellblade 2, you got Indiana Jones, and you have Avowed. And then when it comes to second party, well, I guess you can throw in Stalker 2 in there. And Everwild is still listed as a 2024 title, right? Everwild is still listed as a 2024 title. So I've seen discussions, and now kind of funny, Greg. Now, Greg Miller is more of a PlayStation type person, right? So Greg and Blessing from Kind of Funny, they were talking and stuff like that. And they were saying, man, seriously, man, Microsoft got the edge. Microsoft have the better lineup of games over Sony. Sony just got Helldivers. Really? Sony just got what? Concord? And we haven't really seen anything on Concord? Really? So Microsoft have the better lineup of games? And when you look at the second party stuff, oh, there's a lot to choose from when it comes to PlayStation. There is a lot that is dropping second party. Oh, we all know the second party stuff. We do. But at the same time, we still don't have a clear roadmap of what's dropping for PlayStation in 2024. We don't know. Right? Only thing that we going off of is rumors and freaking speculation. That's all we can go off of when it comes to Sony, because Sony is always quiet and will forever be quiet. No matter how many times we say, hey, you know, Sony, you need to start talking. Whoever this new president is going to be, we got 2 more months to go before Jim Ryan is out. So whoever this new president is going to be, I don't know if they're going to be talking. I don't know if they're going to really communicate with the gamers and let us know what the heck is going on. Like it would, like I said earlier in the stream, it would have been nice to find out what the heck is going on with Ghost of Tsushima. We getting job listings after job listings. We see, oh, this person's hiring for this, that person's hiring for that. What's going on with Sony Ben? What's going on with Santa Monica? What's going on with, okay, Sony got all these games in development, but we haven't seen anything, right? Some certain things were pulled from the last PS5 showcase. What's going on, right? Microsoft is doing their thing right now with the developer showcase, and that looks strong for 2024. That's a strong release of games. Depending on how, I'm really hoping that Indiana Jones nail it, because if Indiana Jones nail it, yeah, we in some serious trouble at that point. Indiana Jones, man, I don't know, man. I'm hoping that this game is good. I am hoping, keyword, hoping, because Microsoft, they need it. They need it so bad. After 2023, with all the controversies surrounding Starfield, the backlash on Steam with Starfield, man, they got to do better. They have to do better this year. They got to put out all the stops this year. Sony knows what they need to do. Now, I see some people are like, nah, Marlon, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be more remasters and more remakes. Okay. What are we going to do about that? We're not in the boardrooms. Only thing that we can do is call the stuff out. But calling the stuff out is not really helping, right? Because it's still happening. You see, it's still happening. So this year, that might very well be the case. We're probably going to get a lot more remasters and remakes, right? And what are we supposed to do? Either buy it or not buy it, right? But the problem is that I've seen in the community is a lot of people been saying, where are the new games? Where are the new games? Where are the new games? That's what we want. We want the new IPs. On top of the sequels that we know is going to be coming out. We know it's actually happening. Like what's up? What's up? Other than the sequels, what's up? Where are the new IPs at that you said that is in development since 2020? What's going on with Blue Point Games? We've been hearing rumors and this and that about SOCOM, not happening. We heard about Killzone making its way back, not freaking happening. We heard that they're working on something completely new, right? A lot of Sony studios right now, they are cooking. So I'm going to let them cook. But at the same time, it still doesn't negate from the fact that we need to see these games. We need to see them. If Microsoft can let us see stuff, they can do it too. You see what I'm saying? And there's so much games. I mean, Microsoft roadmap is a lot clearer than Sony roadmap. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, okay, well, we know the stuff that's coming out XYZ time for Microsoft. Oh, this game is 2025. Okay, this is 2026, 2027, whatever the case may be, right? We know the stuff that's dropping in 2024. They're more than likely going to be surprises. But at the same time, what the heck is going on with the new games? That's what I want to see this year. On top of the sequels that we already know that's in development, I want to see new games. I want to see new games that are built from the ground up to take advantage of the PlayStation 5 hardware. Because, you know, I've raised my frustration with Sony when it comes to multiplayer, when it comes to factions and this and that. And I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go. I'm done talking about it. I'm going to let it go because the ball is in their court. When it comes to these live service games, they're going to be a hit or miss. Period. End of story. They're going to be a hit or miss. So we as the gamers, we got to draw the line. When are we going to draw the line as gamers and be like, enough is enough? Right? Because at the end of the day, Sony can fail. Sony can lose a generation. Right? Sony cannot deliver. It can happen. It can happen. Now, for the console war nonsense, I don't have time for that. It's all about the games. Let's talk about games. Because that's what's more important is the games. Not which console is better than the other. The games. And that's what I'm talking about. The games. What's up with the games? Let's move on. Let's move on. All right. So let's talk about a game that I think is going to be pretty good. It looks pretty good. And we're talking about Prince of Persia. So Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown, is a 2D adventure game. And it's, you know, developed and published by Ubisoft. It's one of the original games from the original series of games. And it's getting 9.5s, 9s, 8s, 5 out of 5, 4.5. It got an 87 on OpenCritic and an 87 on Metacritic. So there's that, which is really, really good. And it's one of those games that is pushing the PS5 at 4K at 120 FPS, which is really, really awesome. And that's what you want to see. We want to see more and more games. I wouldn't mind if Sony dropped some first party games that are pushing 4K 120. We need that, right? But that might not be a standard until the PS5 Pro, or it might not be a standard until the PlayStation 6. We'll see. Okay, we'll see. But bravo to the team at Ubisoft for putting out Prince of Persia and everything. Let me know y'all thoughts. Let me know y'all the reviews just dropped today, and I think a lot of you dudes are probably pretty much excited for this game, and you guys can't wait to dig into it. But yeah, so this is really, really cool. It comes out on the 18th of this month. So the 18th, which is the same day when we're getting the Xbox Developer Direct. So Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown, is going to be retailing at $49.99. So pick it up, check it out. And I think the demo just dropped today as well. So check that out. All right. So let me know y'all thoughts in the actual comment section. Okay, guys. So let's get into the Q&A, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have a lot of questions. Yeah, I have a lot of concerns. Feel free to tag me at Marlon Gaming Nation if you do appreciate these daily streams, because even when there is nothing much going on, I try to come on here, take the time out of my day, and be consistent, because consistency is the key. Could have easily well took the day off. I have a review that I'm working on right now that requires my time, and I've been, you know, given a lot of quality time on this game to review this game. So my review will be ready when it's ready. Okay. And ready when it's supposed to be ready. So if you do want to see more streams like this, do your part and support the show by hitting the like button, by subscribing to the channel, and tag me if you have any questions, or super chat. If you're willing to go above and beyond, super chat, or you could do some gifted sub by hitting that join button right next to the sub button. Okay. So enough with the chit chat. Let's get into the actual Q&A. Let's see if we could get over 200 likes on the show today. That's mandatory for the show to keep on staying afloat. Okay. Marty Mar. No, it's not out yet. The demo champagne demo. Marty Mar says Dono Wars. Demo Bros. Demo Bros. Demo, yes. Demo. The demo is out. Let's see here. It says, hello, Stellar Blade. Final Fantasy. Not first party. That's not first party. That's not. Silent Hill is not first party. So there. Where's the next PlayStation Showcase? We don't know. We know it's coming sometime this year. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. Any questions? Any concerns? Oh yeah, I've seen Stalker 2. Stalker 2 looks good. Yeah, it looked a lot better than what we saw the last time. So yeah. It said Marlon, The Last of Us Part 2 is able for pre-order download at midnight on PS5. There you go. If you're interested in that, there you go. Can't wait for Activision games on Game Pass. Yep, a lot of people can't wait for that. Which Phil Spencer had already said that they're going to be trickling out Activision games for Game Pass this year. So we'll see when that's going to happen. Is it going to happen over the summer? Is it going to happen fall? We don't know. And what are some of the first games that are going to drop? We don't know. We'll see. But I know a lot of you guys are excited about that. All right. It said, can't wait for Okay, it says, who do you think will be the next? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Who do you think? All right. Oh, dang. I almost ended the stream. He says, does Microsoft have a better first party lineup in 2024 than Sony? And 52% of you guys said yes. Wow. So see, it's true. It's true. There you go. There you go. There you go. Wow. 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 52% of you guys said Microsoft have the better lineup of games in 2024 than Sony. Wow. See? So people are not lying. People are not lying. It's just a reality. And Sony knows, you know, Sony knows what the deal is and knows what they have to do. Wow. Wow. There are rumors that the next state of play is in. Yep, already talked about that. Caleb, I don't know if you were in the last show that we have done, but we already talked about that. We already talked about that in yesterday's show. So check that show out. It says who got the 2024 best overall lineup? Microsoft does. First party. From a first party standpoint, first party studio standpoint, Microsoft does. They do. Bums, what's up, man? How you doing? Yes, sir. We here. Make sure you guys give the stream a thumbs up, like the stream, share the stream, follow me out on Twitter, Marlin Gamer Nation, and help retweet the stream as well. I appreciate that. He says, don't worry, 2025 might be better. That's ways out from now, my brother. That's ways out from now. We'll see. We'll see. So we got to act like Sony ain't been kicking. No, nobody's saying that. Nobody is saying that. Nobody is saying that. But that still doesn't give them the excuse to be slacking. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Nobody is acting like Sony haven't been carrying the industry. That's what I'm saying. They have been carrying the industry, and I've given them their flowers. But this time around, Microsoft is looking nice, looking nicer, okay, than Sony. First party, not second party. First party. Simple as that. It's not that hard to understand. No, I haven't. Pierre. I'm busy working on a review. I haven't. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 remake in 2025 and GTA 6. It's going to be an amazing year. And oh yeah, and Microsoft owns Call of Duty. So there you go. That's what I'm saying. They got Call of Duty. I forgot to mention that earlier. They got Call of Duty now. Yes, it's on other platforms, but that's still first party. That's still considered first party because they own Activision. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, bro. You can't. He says, I'm so tired of Sony rumors, to be honest. Yeah, bro. Don't we all? And the reason why we have so many Sony rumors is because Sony don't come out and talk to us. So that's why these insiders exist. More than ever, we have to trust what insiders say. I'm just saying. When it comes to Sony, because Sony, they don't come out. They don't talk to us as much. Sony keeps everything on hush. I'm just going to keep it a buck. That's just the way it is, bro. I know you're tired of the rumors, but that's just the way it is, man. It's always going to be rumor every year. Every year it's the same thing. Rumors. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is. Until these companies say something. Just saying. I knew 2024 is going to be a better year for Xbox. Congrats, Microsoft. They truly deserve. Oh, for sure. And, you know, let's put this to bed. Let's put this to bed, bro. Let's put this to bed as well. Those people that are always saying, oh, you just this, you just hating on Microsoft. Oh, you just negative towards Microsoft. No, sir. I give Microsoft their flowers when it's due, like I'm doing today. So nobody can ever, I've always given them their flowers, but I'm always keeping it real and say how I feel about them and what I think they should do better. You see what I'm saying? I've always given them their flowers when they deserve it, and they deserve these flowers because they have a better lineup, better first party lineup than Sony. That's just the facts. That's just the facts, bro. That's just the facts. I give them they flowers. I give them they flowers. Yeah, you could say, you know, they consolidate and they buying up this and buying up that. I agree with you on that. But they got to do what they got to do, right? They're going to keep buying and keep buying and keep buying because, hey, as long as you know, the government is allowing them to buy, they're going to keep buying. Nobody can stop them, right? But as long as they're producing and they're putting out quality, I guess it don't matter, right? It don't matter. I'm just saying. It says Xbox has a better 2024 year than PlayStation when they're losing their exclusives, and PlayStation has Rise of the Ronin, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Grand Blue Helldivers in the first 3 months. I understand that. But like I said, all of what you mentioned besides Helldivers is, there's only one game in there that's first party. Only one. Only one. Everything else is second. Everything else is second party. Everything else is second party. That's it. You see what I'm saying? So there you go. They said Helldivers 2 reminds me of Destiny. Marty Marr says, I just can't wait for 2024 game shows and new games pop in. Be grateful what we got. That's why we got Marlon Speaks the Truth and flowers. Hey, thank you so much, Marty. I appreciate that. What up? What up? What up? GL, what up? What up, bro? How you doing, sir? How you doing? How you doing? Appreciate the love. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you give the stream a thumbs up if you do enjoy the show. All right, subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. Yes, yes, yes. Super chats are welcome. Gifted members are welcome. Definitely does help out our show. We have a goal. We are at 89. We need 78. 78 more members to go. So if you feel led to give some subs to our community, by all means do so. We have some big plans for members this year. It's about to be crazy. So stay tuned. Let's stay tuned. When is the state of play? It's not confirmed yet. It's just rumors. Just rumors on the state of play right now. There's Jeff Grubb is saying in the next few weeks. Next few weeks, my brother. He said the most popular console ever to exist and the highest selling was the PS2. 90% of the games sold on that consoles was third party. Sony hasn't changed. People demands have. Well, my G, like I said, they said they got the games in development, right? They got this game, that studio working on this game. Job listing is proving it. We have developers come out and prove it. Hey, man, it is what it is. Different times. It is what it is. You see what I'm saying? Different times, different demands. You know, you need, as a publisher, you need first, second, and third party to be firing off on all cylinders for you to be successful. You see what I'm saying? You can't just rely on just first party. You can't just rely on second party. And you can't just rely on third party. You need all three of them in order to be successful. Period. End of story. Why do you think Game Pass is so successful right now? 1, the price. 2, value. 3, first party. 4, second party. 5, third party. 6, obviously the perks that you do get. Discord, and you do get free movies here and there. You get the FPS boost games. You get, you know, some of the older games as well mixed into it, right? You get the cloud. You see what I'm saying? Those abilities for the cloud. You get Xbox Live if you sign up for the ultimate version of it. There you go. 10 different reasons I gave you them. There you go. So you need everything. You need a gumbo to be successful. A gumbo to be successful. Things in time has changed. What worked with PS2 ain't gonna work this generation. You see what I'm saying? Sony, that's the thing. That's the thing, is that people felt like Sony was drifting away from their AAA blockbuster games that made them Sony, right? A lot of people think so because they're like, oh man, all this live service push and this and that, right? What the heck? And a lot of the studios internally is mad about this stuff. Hence why we got Factions 2 canceled. That's what I'm saying. Different times. Different times now. What worked 20 years ago ain't gonna work now. You have different mindsets, different business, strategical business plans have changed. I mean, there's just so many different type of gamers. I'm just saying. So, hey man, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. And look at this. You got Kojima working with Xbox. You know what I'm saying? With what's that game called? Overdose, OD. You see what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Come on, guys. Come on, man. Y'all better wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Like the biggest thing I can say that I want to see from Sony, right, is better communication. Right? We know that every company copy each other, right? We know every company copy each other. How about you take a page out of Microsoft book and do these developer showcases? More than usual, right? More than usual, like 2 or 3 a year or something, or at least 2 a year. Come on, man. I don't want to hear no excuses, man. I don't want to hear no excuses, bro. I don't want to hear no excuses. He says facts is we haven't heard anything from Sony. That last showcase eat terrible. Yeah, exactly. And a lot of people are like, well, Sony is out of touch with their fans because what was that? Like what was that? Like that PS5 showcase. What was that? Come on, man. Marty Marr says, bro, Marlon Gaming Nation, I want to bless you in Hype Friday tomorrow. Oh, my man. Thank you so much, man. Listen, I appreciate the blessings that you guys bring forth. You guys know I do this full time. You guys know that this is my job and I put my heart and soul and I'm passionate about what I do here for you guys. You see what I'm saying? And this is why I take my job seriously. You see what I'm saying? So, listen, man. I'm working very, very hard. If I got to review a game, I'm taking the time out of my busy schedule, out of my busy life, and focusing on the game, reviewing the game, try to do the best that I can for you guys, give y'all the news like I'm supposed to. You see what I'm saying? I'm just trying everything I can, guys, for y'all, so everybody can be happy. So thank you, Marty. I appreciate that. He says every Xbox exclusive is going to Sony. We don't know that. Because, listen, here is a situation that I'm fixing to set up. For all we know, Microsoft is just going to be like, all right, we're going to put this and this and this on PlayStation and Switch. And this and this and this is going to stay a Xbox exclusive, right? Like the Gears and the Hellblades and the Halos of the world and the Gears, Halo of the world, Hellblade of the world. Those type of games are going to stay exclusive. You see what I'm saying? Forza and those type of games are going to stay exclusive. And then, you know, certain games like Hi-Fi Rush or High on Life or games like those, oh, put that on Switch. Oh, put that on PlayStation. You see what I'm saying? The games that are just not what Microsoft is kind of known for, like that have some sort of history with Microsoft, those games are going to continue to be, you know, the heart and soul of what Microsoft is known for. So they can do it like that. But we'll see. We'll see. You know, these companies like to change stuff up. We'll see. I said Final Fantasy on Xbox is going to be crazy. It says I'm totally going to play. I always hear those games are so cool. Yeah, and that's also another thing. That's also another thing is Sony, not Sony, Microsoft is in partnership with Square. You see what I'm saying? So there's going to be a lot of stuff from Square that we're going to see on Xbox. And that, my friends, is going to add insane value for Xbox gamers. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. It says, Marlon, imagine in the state of play this year, they announced backwards compatibility from PS1 to PS3. Yeah, that will be nice, but not getting my hopes up. I recently platinum Assassin's Creed Mirage for PS5. It was a blast. Oh, that's awesome. I'm happy to hear that. He said they can keep Halo, Gears, and Forza. Well, that's their bread and butter. That's their bread and butter. Just like with Sony, Horizon, Uncharted. You know what I'm saying? That's their bread and butter, right? Horizon, Uncharted. That's their bread and butter. So it's just like, this is what it is. You know, Last of Us, Uncharted, Last of Us, and what was the other game? Uncharted, Last of Us, and Horizon. That's their bread and butter. That's their bread and butter, bro. Same thing could be said about Sony. So, hey. And then, you know, everything else builds around that. So there you go. You know, they got the Returnal, they got Ratchet. You know, they got Demon Souls. They got Gran Turismo. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got games. They got games. So, what's with the PS5 Pro Showcase? I wanted to have a discussion with you guys because I wanted to bring up the fact that Sony, I don't know if you guys remembered, I did talk about it, put timestamp on it, that they dropped a PS4 Pro Showcase video back in 2017. And I would like for them to follow up with that and go in depth on all the tech behind the PS5 Pro so people don't be confused, right? And give us a reason to buy this PS5 Pro. And that would kind of give Sony an edge or a momentum in 2024, because there's a lot of games that we know about and then we don't know about that we don't even have updates on that's going to be dropping this year. And how is it going to run on the new Pro? I need to see that in video format. I don't need to see no blog posts or anything. I need to see a video. Give us a showcase video going in depth. You see what I'm saying? Come on, man. Let's see here. He said, Marlon, we need a full remake of the whole Uncharted series, not including 4 and Lost Legacy. I'm tired of Uncharted at this point. I mean, they've done so much stuff with Uncharted over the years. PS4, PS5, collection after collection. I don't know, man. I don't know. He said the last Dev Direct Hi-Fi Rush was Shadow Drop. So a new Xbox game could be this year. Exactly. And that's also another thing. And look how good, look how good Hi-Fi Rush was. You know what I'm saying? Hi-Fi Rush was good for a lot of people. I haven't personally played it, but I heard a lot of people said it was good. So again, who knows? Who knows what Microsoft is going to shadow drop? That's why I said Sony better keep their foot on the gas. Keep the foot on the gas, Sony. Because Microsoft is looking good. They're looking good this year. It says Pro, anything other than a Switch Pro is pointless. Hey man, for you, that opinion is valid. For others, not so much. It says percentage wise, how sure are you the PS5 Pro is coming? I'm 50-50 on it. I'm 50-50 on it. I'm 50-50 on it. Xbox can't recoup game dev money by spending millions on games and throwing them on Game Pass. Well, hey man, They said that Game Pass is profitable. So, hey. Is PSVR 2 worth it? It's worth it if you are into VR. There's a lot of games on it that they've launched from start to where they are at now. So it matters on if you do like VR. If you're a fan of the original PSVR, the only downside is there's no backwards compatibility. Nintendo Switch 2 release in September. I heard about that. But we'll see. You talking about Switch 2 release? We'll see. We will see, my brother. We will see. This is Ponies. Seeing that Marlon said Game Pass is good. It says they gave us fake rumor, make us happy for nothing. Listen, man, when it's slow like this, I keep telling y'all, when it's slow like this, this is what you get. Rumors. Every freaking year, every beginning of the year, this is what you get. Rumors, 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 rumors. That's what you get. Some of it is legit, some of it is not. So that's what you get. He says, but Sony recouping when the most sold exclusive was 13 million copies, but cost 200 million without marketing. This cope, fellas, just buy an Xbox. Oh boy, man, this is why you see Sony trying everything they can to expand their games, not just on PC but mobile, you know, cloud, your fridge, your tablets. Like, they're trying to go the Microsoft route. They're trying to do what Microsoft is doing, and you know, and pushing the envelope. So I'm just saying, man, they need more customers, and then they need to make more money, because these games, I mean, what they said, Spider-Man 2 is 300 and something million, you know, over 300 million, and then the other one is what, 200 million. You know what I'm saying? Over 200 million. Crazy. So, you know, I think it was Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm not Horizon Zero Dawn. Horizon Forbidden West was over 200 million. God of War Ragnarok over 200 million. These games cost a lot of money. A lot of money and resources. I mean, Halo Infinite, 500 million. These games ain't cheap. Games ain't cheap. They're not cheap, guys. They're not cheap. They're not cheap. You know, so you got to find a way, man. You just have to find a way. You have to find a way. You have to find a way. That's just the way how I look at it. You got to find a way. Find a way to make it work. Find a way to make it work. Yes, sir. Switch 2 will dominate series consoles. Man. Oh, you know Nintendo, bro. Nintendo is in a league of their own. You know that. Marlon, PS5 only games don't understand how good Xbox is this gen. Xbox is in a way better position that they have ever been in a long time. Way better position than the past. You know? So 100 on that one. Facts. It says, when Sony said majority of people who own their consoles doesn't play their first party games, and they losing money on that, making those AAA games. Yeah, because people don't buy the games, man. People buy games, but not as much as they would like, you know? Not as much. I mean, come on, man. Trust me. Don't you think Sony would want to match Nintendo? Don't you think Sony would want to match Nintendo? Yeah. Selling 30, 40 million copies of a game? Crazy. Crazy. Instead, they're doing 15, 20 million, 10 million. You know what I'm saying? Which is still good. Still good, but could be more. Says, I'm new here. I'm an Xbox gamer, and I know Marlon leans Sony, but I like this guy. He didn't make things take things so seriously. Yeah, man. I mean, you just got to keep it real, bro. I like to keep it real, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I just want Microsoft to do better. I love Microsoft. I've been loving Microsoft since the original Xbox, and loved them even more during the Xbox 360 generation. But ever since when they got into this generation, and I was like, wait, what are you doing? Right? Launching with 0 first-party games in 2022. And then 2023, they gave us Redfall. They gave us, what was it? Last year. Yeah. Last year, they gave us Hi-Fi Rush. You know, they gave us Redfall. They gave us Starfield. You know, like, yo, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all can do better. I know y'all can do better. Yo, Piper with the first donation of the show says, big mistake if Sony tries to do what Microsoft is doing. Well, here's the thing, bro. Sony can't afford to do day and date. They can't do day and date in their subscription service. They can't. They can't afford it. You know, it's already bad. And here's why. Here's why. Hold up. Here's why. Because Sony is losing money. Sony is losing money on these games because people are not buying them as much as they would like them to. You know, certain games doing only 10 million, 12 million. That's just not enough. You see what I'm saying? They would like the games to sell more. You know, 20, 30, 40 million. You see what I'm saying? Who knows if we'll ever get to that, right? So Microsoft can afford to lose. You know what I'm saying? They can afford. Look at Halo Infinite. They can afford to put $1 billion into a game and not worry about it. You know what I'm saying? As much as Sony would be sweating like, we gotta find a way to recoup that. You see what I'm saying? That's why I told y'all earlier, y'all talking about PS2. 90% of the games on PS2 was third party. Okay, that's different time. Time has changed. Technology has improved. It costs money to make these freaking games. Even more money than they did 10, 15, 20 years ago. You see what I'm saying? And there's different type of gamers now. That's way back in the day. Different type of times and gamers. You see what I'm saying? Technology. Stuff costs more money. Right? So Sony, it's almost as if like, because the games are not performing as well, why you think they putting the games on PC? Why are you thinking they're doing that? You think they just want to do that just because? Nah. They've been keeping their games strictly on their console like Nintendo for years. And as soon as we got into this generation, oh man, people trying to throw their PS5s out the window because they're like, wait, what? You bringing your games to PC? Why? And people was against Microsoft. People was mad at Microsoft from the jump when they were putting their games on PC. Why are you putting your games on PC? Why are you doing it? Now people see why. Now Sony doing the same thing. Am I saying every single thing that's dropped on PC is doing well for Sony? No. You see what I'm saying? No. But at the same time, like Horizon, I think is the best selling one on PC. Spider-Man, was it 20, the remaster? And yeah, you know, that's selling great on PC. You see what I'm saying? Like God of War 2018, that sells very well, sold very well. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying every single thing, but that's the reason why. Because they want to make more money. They want to be able to get more players into their ecosystem. Right? So it's just, if people was buying the games like how people were buying the games like on Nintendo, like the whole, say, using Nintendo for instance, if people were buying PlayStation games like Nintendo games, they wouldn't have to put the stuff on PC. Do you see Nintendo putting their games on PC? Do you see Nintendo doing that? Nintendo ain't doing that. Now, I saw something about Nintendo is going to franchise out their IPs and blah, blah, blah. But that's yet to be seen. That remains to be seen. But do you see Nintendo putting their stuff on PC and putting their stuff here and there? You see a couple Mario games here and there on mobile, but you don't see their major franchises on PC and everywhere else. No. Cloud and all this nonsense. No. You see what I'm saying? Because they don't have to. They don't have to. Nintendo's making bank off of their console. They're making bank off of their first party titles. Right? So if you want to play the next Donkey Kong, if you want to play the next Zelda, Mario, whatever, you got to buy a Nintendo console. Sony, well, really, you don't really have to. You can wait 2 years if you want. You can wait a year if you want. You can wait 4 years if you want, depending on how long they see fit. You see what I'm saying? There's the difference. Sony IPs are not as strong as Nintendo IPs. Obviously, Microsoft IPs are not as strong in terms of sales like Sony IPs, because it's two different type of game plan. One game plan is subscription. People that own Xboxes and sign up for Game Pass is not going out there to go buy no games. They're not buying their games. They're not. Very seldom, maybe there's a percentage of Xbox gamers that buy games and still have Game Pass because they want that physical game, but it's far and in between. Majority of Xbox gamers, they got Game Pass. Who needs to buy any games when Microsoft is giving them their bread and butter? That's their bread and butter, is Game Pass. Ask any Xbox fan, they'll tell you. Come on, guys. Why are we acting like we don't know this? Ask any Xbox fan and they'll tell you. That's their freaking bread and butter. You see what I'm saying? Is Game Pass. Game Pass, Game Pass, because that's what Microsoft feed them every single month, every single year. There you go, man. So it's just, bro, Nintendo, you can say whatever you want to say. You can say whatever you want to say. You can say whatever you want to say about Nintendo. Oh, Nintendo is for kids. Oh, Nintendo's that. Oh, Nintendo this, Nintendo that. But they still sell. Doesn't matter what Nintendo is for. They still sell, my brother. They still sell. They still sell way more than Microsoft and Sony combined. They do. They do. And Sony wish they were making those type of dollars. See what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I don't know, man. Did you see Nvidia announce Horizon Forbidden West for PC before Sony? Huh? I didn't see anything like that. Will the new Switch run GTA 5 or 6? I'm pretty sure it will. Sony said more people borrow games on PS than people who are buying them. That's why they push in all the digital and dropping the price, because at least they making money. Man, it's crazy, bro. It's insane. It's insane. That's why I say you guys got to buy the games. You guys got to buy the game. Now, I'm not telling you to go buy garbage. I'm not telling you to go buy something that ain't good, but that's why you got to buy the games. You know? So it says buy all games for my, you buy all your games for your Xbox. That's what I'm saying. There's a few here and there in between gamers that buy physical games for their Xboxes. You know what I'm saying? Those are, you know, they're you know, those gamers exist. So, yeah. It says Game Pass. Got it on PC, PlayStation, Nintendo, and my L box. Oh, Lord. Here we go. It said, did you see that the Half-Life type project that uses RTX 4080 Super ray tracing on YouTube? Nope. I didn't see any of that. It says Xbox is multi first, then single player later, but all these acquisitions, they're equal on story and multi. Exactly. That was the game plan. You see what I'm saying? They had to come up with a game plan, you know, to go up against Sony, and that's what they did. It's like, okay, Sony, you want to have all these exclusives, right, Sony? Okay, I tell you what we're gonna do. Sony, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna buy Activision, and we're gonna buy Activision, and we're gonna buy Bethesda. And who else we're gonna buy, right? Who else are we gonna buy? So there you go, man. There you go. It says probably we'll get more commercials. Here we go. Here we go. You guys are crazy, man. You guys are crazy. Any more questions? Any more concerns, guys? Make sure y'all give the stream a thumbs up, like the stream, share the stream. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. It says they announced Horizon Forbidden West was coming to PC when they announced the PS5 Complete Edition. But yeah, Horizon Forbidden West PC trailer got shown. I'm not surprised. I believe that was the next game that they was going to drop. See what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, Sony just like to be quiet, man. You know? So that's just the way it is, bro. Sega voice Game Pass. Oh, here we go. Here we go. You guys are crazy, man. You guys are crazy. Make sure y'all give the stream a thumbs up, guys. Thumbs up the stream. Thumbs up the stream. Any more questions? Any more concerns? Any more questions? Any more concerns? Appreciate you guys. Hit the like button for me, guys. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. We here. We here. We on the grind. Yes, sir. We on the grind. We on the grind. It says, wow, big surprise. Game devs and publishers like money. Yeah. Yeah. You shouldn't be surprised there, right? No surprise there. Xbox buy Nintendo. Nintendo ain't for sale. Nintendo will never be bought by Microsoft. Not gonna happen. Microsoft has tried multiple times to buy Nintendo, and Nintendo execs are like, there's the door. Oh, Jamal, here you go. Nintendo is like, listen, we don't need your money. We don't need your money. We ain't for sale. If I was Nintendo, I would not sell at all. I would not. What's the point? Can't stop the originator. You can't stop the forerunners, bro. The forerunners are Nintendo. You can't stop them. You know what I'm saying? Nintendo has been around since the 80s, bro. Like, you can't stop them, bro. Can't stop them. So, you know, talking about buy. Does Nintendo look like they want to be sold? They want to buy out? No, sir. They ain't struggling in any type of way, so they're fine. Hey, Marlon, what's up, my guy? Just leaving the gym now. How was the show? Says, I know it was great as always. I'll rewatch. It says, God bless. Hey, Aaron, what's up, man? How you doing? God bless, bro. Yeah, man. Yes, sir. Yeah, we had some great discussion and everything. So I appreciate you, my brother. How was the gym? How was work today, man? Appreciate you for being here. Make sure y'all give the stream a thumbs up. We're on the tail end now. Imagine Japan allows Microsoft to buy PlayStation. Not going to happen. It's not going to happen, bro. Sony ain't going, man, not going to happen, bro. Not going to happen. Marlon, Sony always hidden some games when quit something big might come. We'll see. It says, if I'm 100% honest, I actually hate Game Pass as a Xbox user. Yeah, a lot of people don't like the subscription service model, you know? They don't. So some like it, some don't, you know? But that's just the way it is, man. Game Pass is the future, you know? Game Pass is the future, whether we like it, yes or no. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is, my brother. That's just the way it is. Oh, yeah. It was good, really. Busy day. I knocked it out. I'm ready for 2024 lineup. Let's get it. Yes, sir. We out here. Yes, sir. It says, love Game Pass. Best value in gaming, period. Fat. Yeah, for some people, they don't think so. So, it says, one thing I can say about Nintendo is they don't give away their exclusive. Nope, they don't. They don't have to. They don't have to. You crazy? They don't have to. You know, look how their games sell. You know, 20, 30, 40 million copies. Crazy. They don't have to, man. It just goes to show you. It says, I ain't paying $100 for a video game. Soon you will. Soon you will. As time progresses, you will. Same thing when we were paying 50. We said we ain't going to pay 60. And the same thing when we were paying 60. We said we ain't going to pay 70 or anything more than that. Look at us now. We paying 70. Don't have a choice, do we? Yo, Joseph, the homie. What's up, man? Yeah, make sure y'all give the stream a thumbs up, guys. Like the stream, share the stream. We here. Appreciate you guys. We're on the tail end. We're on the tail end. Come in with your questions real fast. It says, I ain't paying. Okay. It says, not me, Game Pass. It says, Sony need that money, so pay up. They need the money. For sure they do. Microsoft needs your money too now. Microsoft need that Game Pass money. Come on. Stop playing. They got to recoup that Activision acquisition. You know what I'm saying? So they need that. They need that Game Pass subscription money. Come on, pay up. Yes, sir. You better act like you know. Yes, sir. Next gen console will be all digital because it's more profit and more money for their pockets. For sure. Look at Best Buy. Look at a lot of other retail stores right now. They're getting rid of physical copy of games. Look at Best Buy. Literally, you could go into Best Buy right now. You're not going to find no more physical media. So it's the way of the future, bro. Whether we like it, yes or no. All digital future. Physical copies, you know, it's going to be a thing of the past eventually. But it sucks for people like me that like to collect my games physically. You know what I mean? And like to collect stuff. So, you know, it's the way of the future, bro. It says I would pay 60 for a game for over 10 years. Now 70. Soon it will be 80. Exactly. And so on and so forth. Whether you like it, yes or no. As long as you a gamer, you're going to have to pay that. You're going to have to pay that tax. You know what I mean? Ain't no way around it. No way around it, my G. Whether you like it, yes or no. No way around it. No way, Jose. I prefer to buy my games physical to collect and also support the devs that work so hard. Most definitely. But, hey, you are supporting them still by buying it digitally as well, too. You know? It's just that Sony and them, they get a bigger cut. You know? So, yeah. Because you're buying it directly from their ecosystem so they can charge whatever they want to charge. And you can't sell a digital game. You can't. So there you go. You know what I'm saying? You can sell a physical game, but you can't sell the digital game. You know, once you buy that digital game, it's yours. That's it. You buy the license, you got it. You know, stuck on your gamer tag, you know, your console, whatever. Since physical prices going up, who's to say Game Pass and well, obviously they already went up on the price for Plus, and they already went up on the price for Game Pass. So it's only going to get higher. What are y'all going to do when Game Pass get up to 30 bucks? It will one day. You know what I'm saying? What y'all going to do when it gets up to $20 a month? You know what I mean? Or 25. Or look at Netflix. Netflix is over 20 bucks a month to get like all the bells and whistles, to get the highest resolution possible, over $20 a month. That stuff ain't cheap. You know what I'm saying? Netflix ain't cheap. So there you go, man. There you go. It says, I buy games digitally nowadays. He said, but yeah, most people are like that, bro. Most people, they buy their games digitally, and then they buy their collector's edition physically. You know what I'm saying? So it just got to make that decision, man, on what you want to do. But anyway, guys, I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for the tremendous support today. I love the Q&A. I love to sit here and talk with you guys. But tomorrow is Hype Fridays, and I really hope that we have some banger news to go over and discuss tomorrow, God's willing. So put God first, everything last. I love you guys. Get the likes up. If you want to see more streams like this moving forward, I hope you guys hit the like button for me. Share the stream with a friend on your social media accounts and everything. Tell a friend to subscribe to the channel. I have tons of content coming up. So I love you guys. Be blessed. Be easy. And like the great Edico would say, please have yourself a great one. I love y'all. Be blessed. Be easy. Put God first. Everything last. Peace. We out.